Yes, they took a picture with me, and after some time, the mother said something really very annoying and very stupid. After some time, now they left where I was, and then not just far from where I was, but then just few steps, the mother told the child, if you don't take shower, you will be black like that guy. You will be dark and dirty like him. I was like, what the hell? What do you mean? Like, if the baby doesn't want to take shower, she will be black like me. Do you mean I don't take shower?
息苦しい差別の中で埋もれた7年間か、それとも楽園に触れたわずか2週間か。皆様、お帰りなさい。同じアジアでありながら、中国と日本における外国人の実体験は、旋律を覚えるほどに対極的です。なぜ、ある場所は外国人男性の精神を蝕み、別の場所は思考の細やかさで彼らを包み込み、癒すのでしょうか。無関心と慈愛の境界線は、どれほど残酷なものなのか。その剥き出しの真実が、今、明かされます。
Hello my people, it's your boy Shadrach Lin as usual. I'm back in another very good video. So today I'm going to be telling you about 5 things I hate about China. So the 5 things that I hate about China. I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not going to even pretend. I'm going to be very honest. Okay?
ある元留学生にとって、中国での日々は厳格な管理システムによる目に見えない圧力から始まりました。7年という歳月を中国で過ごしたにもかかわらず、在留期間を一括で付与されることはなく、毎年繰り返されるビザ更新のたびに彼は強い閉塞感に睨まれました。学生の生殺与奪の件は大学側が握っているも同然であり、学費の納付が遅れれば、ビザの延長を拒否されるという不安定な立場に置かれていたのです。
So, I'm starting with the bad things. The first one is applying visa every year. Bro, I don't like applying for visa every year. It makes me so upset. You know, because I've been here for the past 7 years. At least I expected the government to be giving us visa. If you're spending 5 years, they give you 5 years. If you're spending 4 years, they should be giving you the visa for 4 years until when you finish your studies. And then maybe you can decide to extend your visa, or you get maybe a different visa. But this time around, when you are here in China, like every year you must apply for the visa, making it worse. If you're a student and maybe you delay to pay your school fees, the school has a say to your visa. The school can decide either to give you the visa or not to give you the visa. Sometimes you might be given a visa just like 2 months, 3 months, according to what the school wants. Or if you have any issue with the school, they can decide to refuse to give you the visa or to extend your visa after some time, which is totally bad. I don't like that thing, to be honest with you.
さらに過酷なのは、留学生の就労や副収入の獲得が全面的に禁止されている点です。万が一違反が発覚すれば、強制送還、あるいは$3,000から$5,000、約47万9,000円、79万8,000円という巨額の罰金が課せられます。そこはまさに、息の詰まるような制限に満ちた社会でした。
Another thing I put on my list, I put lack of job opportunities. Yes, sometimes it's so hard here to find a lot of job opportunities because a lot of people just, like, it's real complicated. I won't even lie to you. A lot of people come here thinking maybe once they reach here, they're gonna make a lot of money, but it's totally different. You know, once you're here, you realize that actually it's so hard for you to find jobs here, and also as a foreigner, it might be either next to impossible for you to even work from here if you're a foreigner. Okay? It doesn't mean like every foreigner here can't work, but if you're a student in other countries, you know, students have some hours for working. So if you're here in China and you're a student, you're actually not allowed to work completely. You can't even do any small hustle. So it's a normal thing, and that's how they consider. That's how the law says. So if you're found working, mostly you will either be deported or you will pay the fine, which is a lot of money. You might pay around 3,000 and above US dollar. And that one, 3,000, it's when they have just forgiven you. sometimes it might be 5,000 and above.
彼が耐え忍ばなければならなかった最大の苦痛は、肌の色による無慈悲な差別でした。ネットで予約し支払いを済ませていたにもかかわらず、夜の街で多くのホテルから黒人を止めるわけにはいかないと面と向かって宿泊を拒否されたのです。さらに悲痛なのは、ある子供と親しく写真を撮った直後、その母親が子供に対しお風呂に入らないと、あの人のように黒くて汚くなるわよと脅すのを聞いた瞬間でした。それは信じがたいほどに残酷な侮辱でした。
So, another thing, I put the issue of racism. Yes, you've had me right. Yes, not everyone is a racist, but yes, I have come across racism and racist, and I know how it feels to be in that shoe. So if you have come across racism, then I'm sure you know what I felt, because I've been in that same thing for so many times. I can't even count. But I'm going to give some few instances. There is a time I was looking for the hotel when I had traveled to another province, and I was looking for the hotel where I'd sleep, and I couldn't find any place where to sleep. Why couldn't I find a place? There are so many hotels. If you know China is one of the countries with a lot of hotels. Whenever you go, each city has so many hotels whereby you can really just go and have a hotel room to sleep. But then this time around, I booked a hotel room. I booked a hotel room online, and I was saying, like, I booked a hotel room online, and when I went to the hotel room, reaching there, they actually told me, like, at first the guy took my passport, he looked at it, and then it's like he wasn't really okay with it. But then he tried to show me that something's wrong, but then I kept calm, and I really couldn't ask why, because I was like, maybe there's something, I don't know. But then the guy kept looking at me, he looks at the passport, he looks at me, he looks at the passport. Then later he was like, he became bold, and he told me, bro, we don't allow black people to sleep in this hotel. I was like, what do you mean, like, you don't allow black people? Yet when I was booking, you could see that I'm a black person booking the hotels. I asked him, why do you mean, like, you don't allow black people to book the hotels and sleep in your rooms? The guy was like, yes, I'm sorry, but then we don't allow black people in this hotel. I can never lie to you, I was so pissed, because it's so pissing, I was there is a baby here who passed, and she's so happy to see me. I was really pissed off. Someone telling me now I can't sleep in the hotel just because of my skin color. And I moved around to different hotels that same night, and guess what? They also told me the same thing. They were like, no, you're black, we can't allow you to sleep in our hotels. I'm like, why do you mean, like, I can't sleep? Like, what exactly do you mean? They told me, you are black. I'm like, what the heck? I really felt so bad, I can't lie to you, because I had traveled to different parts of China and I had never faced that. That was some 2 years ago. But then from there, I started actually experiencing it even more and more and more, whereby some services can't be provided to you just because someone is a racist. That was one incident. Another incident is when I was in the mall buying things, and then a certain woman, the baby came and hugged me. Babies, they don't have anything with the racists, and they're always free to just come and ask anything they want. So the child just came to me, and then he was asking the questions, and actually probably the mother told the baby that, no, the mother told me, like, can we take a picture? Yes, they took a picture with me, and after some time the mother said something really very annoying and very stupid. You can guess what it was. So after some time, now they left where I was, and then not just far from where I was, but then just few steps, the mother told the child, if you don't take shower, you will be black like that guy. You will be dark and dirty like him. I was like, what the hell? What do you mean? Like, if the baby doesn't want to take shower, she will be black like me. Do you mean I don't take shower? I really felt it, because at first actually they took pictures with me, and we seemed to be happy. So if you've ever faced that, or where they take pictures of you, or where they post your pictures or videos online and they abuse you, then you know what I mean. Yes.
加えて、時と場所を選ばない無作法なタンつきの習慣が、彼を恐怖に陥れました。走行中のタクシー車内で、運転手が窓も開けずに平然と咳込み、痰を吐き出した光景に彼は強いショックを受けました。それだけではありません。彼を見て鼻をつまむ人々や、指をさす者、さらには路上で事故に遭った人や亡くなった人さえも無感情に無視する光景に、彼は深刻な人間性の欠如を感じました。そこは、冷徹で傷跡に満ちた社会だったのです。
Another thing I hate about China, bro, I hate spitting. These people can spit anywhere, anyhow. They love spitting. I'm sure you know what I mean. If you've been in China, you'll hear them, they spit. I hate that thing. I really hate it. I don't know why they love doing that, but I hate that thing. It's so annoying. Now, this also has ever happened to me. Now I'm in the taxi and the driver, he did that thing, he coughed and then he spat in the car. He's driving. I'm like, bro, how do you spit in the car that you're driving? Why didn't you even open the door and maybe you spit outside? Because there was a possibility of the person to just do that, but then he just decided to spit inside the car. I was so pissed. I can't lie to you, I felt like coming out of the car because it was so annoying. You can tell if you've ever been in that kind of situation. These people love spitting anywhere, anyhow. Most especially the elderly people. Oh my goodness, because of too much smoke and maybe other things, they like spitting anywhere, anyhow. They don't care if you're there. And they love, here in Hainan there's something they eat, it's called bilang. It's kind of like a local drug. I don't know if I should say, it's like not weed but kind of like that. It makes them high. So that thing, if you chew that thing, it brings red things. So the saliva will be red and you bring a lot of saliva in your mouth. They like spitting that thing anyway, even though someone is in front of you. Yes, it's okay like for somebody to just come and then start spitting in front of you, no matter how much it's annoying and it's very uncomfortable. But then they do that. That is another thing. Another thing that I really don't like, it's when these people think that actually being black, you are low class and you are not educated, and them thinking that actually now you have no levels. This is so annoying also, you know. Yeah, some of them, they really think like once you are black, you are low class. You just poor, like you're less of a human being just because you are black. So I'm sure some of you must have experienced the same thing. And some of you maybe you might have about it, because you might have heard about it. Yes, these people, once you are black, then you are less of a human. Not all of them, remember, but most of the people here, once they see you being black, they think you are less of a human. You can even enter maybe a train, a bus, or any transport mean, and you will see them covering their nose, or you will see them walking away. You will see them talking about you, and you will hear actually some of them will talk about you and they're even pointing at you, and they don't care if you hear, or they don't care even though they abuse you. They can say anything and you are not allowed to be, you can't complain much, because sometimes they can even flame a case and they put it on you. And of course, if they flame any case, it might be something that you might not be able to come out of, but they do this. And I'm sure so many foreigners here have experienced that, most especially the black people. If you're not black, then you're superior. If you're like from the US and you're a white person, you're from Canada, and of course, as long as they hear that you're from those countries and then you're not black, they feel like you are more superior. But if you're not a white person, then you are low class. Automatically you become low class as long as you're black. it doesn't matter. Then, another thing I hate, I don't know if I should talk about it, but yes, these people sometimes they lack humanity whereby sometimes you might have maybe an accident or something happens. They don't care, they just move as if nothing happened. Like real nobody cares about you. You might there are so many people that have died here in their rooms and no one cares, and that is terrible because people don't give a damn. Everybody's just caring about his or her own business.
その暗い影とは対照的に、ある海外の TikToker は、日本に降り立ってわずか2週間でその魅力に完全に死んだつわれました。ゴミ箱がほとんど設置されていないにもかかわらず、市民が自らゴミを持ち帰ることで保たれている東京の火の打ちどころがない清潔さに、彼は驚愕しました。さらに、駅の地下で清掃員がコンクリートの階段を一段ずつ磨き上げている光景を目の当たりにし、その公共衛生への高い意識に深い敬意を抱きました。
Now, number one is going to be one that I don't really see people talk about that much, and that's how clean they keep the city. Now, I'm going to specifically be speaking about Tokyo because that's where I spent majority of my time. Yes, I went to Kyoto and Osaka, but I was only there for a short amount of time. So let's talk about Tokyo, bro. It is so clean here. You will find little to no trash on the ground, which is odd because there's no trash cans on the street for you to throw away your cup or any kind of trash that you're carrying around with you, and that's because they expect you to carry your trash with you until you either get home to your hotel or you get to a building or a restaurant where somebody will allow you to use their trash can, which most people will, by the way. But bro, they keep it so freaking clean here. I don't think I've ever seen a cleaner city. Bro, I was on the subway and somebody was scrubbing the subway stairs. The stairs are made of concrete, y'all. Concrete, it's clean here. It's very clean.
日本の細やかな配慮は、想像を超える献身的なサービスにも現れています。その象徴が、ホテル間の荷物配送サービスです。24時間前に申し込むだけで、大きなスーツケースは次の目的地へと直送され、旅行者は小さなバックパック一つで身軽に新幹線移動を楽しむことができます。また、急ぐ人のためにエスカレーターの片側を開けるという市民の規律。それはあまりにも完璧に機能し、相互理解に基づいた社会システムでした。
Number two has got to be how considerate and respectful they are. Y'all, they consider everything, and I do mean everything, okay? Picture this. You plan a trip to Japan. You're going to be in Tokyo for a few days, then you're going to go to Osaka, all right? Your stay in Tokyo is now up. Now you got to go and catch a 2-hour bullet train to Osaka, and you got 3 large suitcases with you, all right? Every single hotel has luggage shipping. Luggage shipping, yeah, you never heard of that, right? Yeah, me neither until I got here, all right? That means they will take your luggage and transport it for you to your next hotel stay as long as you give it to them with like 24 hours in advance. So maybe bring like a small backpack with you with your essentials and one outfit, and that's it, bro. You can travel comfortably to your next hotel. Also, escalators. Escalators. Yes, we have escalators in America, but bro, they have a slow side and a fast side. Stand on the left side if you want to ride the escalator like this. Stand on the right side if you're in a rush, you got to go to work or you need to get somewhere fast and you want to run up it, slide down it. That's for the right side, bro. Mad considerate, okay? Also, if you don't speak Japanese out here, they are extremely kind and considerate to you. They will cater to you and try to help you figure things out, bro. Like the other day, I had a waitress, all right? One of the sweetest waitresses I've ever had in my life, bro. She apologized to me because she didn't speak good English. Why are you apologizing to me, bro? I am in your land. I'm in Japan, where I should be trying to speak Japanese, which I was trying to, but I don't really know Japanese like that outside of like mizu, which is water. But she apologized to me, bro. I almost cried, bro. I almost cried because I don't think that we would do that back. Actually, I know we don't do that. We don't. You don't speak English in America. They like, bro, like figure it out. Like not out here, bro. And it's so crazy, bro. They're amazing out here. They're super polite and respectful towards their citizens, towards travelers, tourists, everybody, bro. So if you come out here, please return their kindness and be respectful back. Also, don't be childish, all right? If you order something, finish your food. And if you don't think you're going to finish it, order something small. Or don't order at all. Respect they chefs. And don't send nothing back either, bro. Grow up.
差別の代わりに、 彼が日本で受け取ったのは限りない善意でした。ある女性店員が自分の英語が不十分であることを必死に謝罪したとき、彼はその深い敬意に圧倒され、思わず涙が溢れそうになったと言います。そして、日本の食文化はまさに火の打ちどころがない天国でした。路地裏に佇む店主一人の小さな店から、駅のコンビニで購入した1.5ドルのコーヒーに至るまで、そのすべてが人生で最高級の味わいだったのです。日本は、心と味覚を豊かに育む魔法のような土地でした。
And number 3 has got to be the food and the drinks. I'm sure nobody is surprised about that. Honorable mention, public transportation. But let's get back on the food and drinks, okay? It doesn't matter where you eat at. A lot of people are going to tell you to go to this spot when you come to Japan, go to that spot, get ramen here, get wagyu here. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter if you go to a packed out restaurant that's popular and a big tourist attraction, or if you go and find a sketchy restaurant that's in the alleyway. Actually, they tend to not really be sketchy. It's just what we deem to be sketchy. But you can go to those alleyway restaurants that are ran by one person that does the cooking, the cleaning, the serving, and that will probably be a lot better than the touristy restaurant or the popular restaurant. At least from my experience. I'm not like an expert on Japan or anything. Again, I've only been here for like 2 weeks. But it doesn't matter where you go, basically is what I'm saying. You can go anywhere. Just explore, find yourself a hidden gem, and eat some good food. Yeah, also the drinks. Let me tell you something. I love coffee, okay? Whenever I travel from city to city or state to state, I like to try local coffee shops. I like to see which coffee is the best coffee. I've been to plenty, all right? I'm not a connoisseur yet, but I've been to plenty. This little $1.50 coffee cup that I got from a convenience store that was in a train station, by the way, is one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had in my life. And don't even get me started on the local coffee shops here. They are to die for, bro. To die for. Go eat good food in Japan. Drink good drink.
一方は差別と無関心によって精神を削り取り、もう一方は呼吸の一つ一つに至るまで人間を尊重し、抱きしめる。二人の男性の対照的な物語は、一つの冷徹な真実を証明しています。あなたが選ぶ環境は、あなたを破壊することも、その価値を高めることもできるのです。いかに華やかであろうとも、魂を悼む場所であればそれは無意味です。皆様なら、無関心な喧騒の中で歯を食いしばり生存を選びますか？それとも、文明的で秩序ある社会に身を委ね、自らを高める道を選びますか？ぜひ、皆様の選択をコメント欄でお聞かせください。この文化の深淵を紐解く内容が興味深いと思った方は、高評価シェア、そしてチャンネル登録をお願いいたします。次回の衝撃的な考察もお楽しみに。それでは、またお会いしましょう。